So the nightmare has come true. Bronny James has declared for the NBA. This is nothing against this young man, but at this point in his life, he is not ready for the NBA. For who your father is, for what people are going to expect, the pressure that will be on him, his game is not there. So we're just going to hope and pray that the genes that his father gave him, and with some coaching and time, he just becomes a great NBA player instead of really letting him hone into his game and find out the type of player that he is or he needs to become. This is straight nepotism at its finest. I'm not saying there's something wrong with it, but is this really Bronny dream or is this his father's? You know, you're rushing him to the NBA because you're saying you don't have that long. And you're basically saying if the NBA cares about me, or, I am that great, do what I need to be done and just bring my son in the league. Basically, I go to any team or whoever drafts my son, you know what I mean? Or to hell with it, I want to play with my son or against him. But at the end of the day, this young man is not ready. I feel bad because he's going to have a target on his back and he's going to get dog walked. I feel like ain't nobody going to take it easy because LeBron James is your father. If anything, they're going to try to dog walk you on the court because LeBron James is your father. You know, LeBron does too much. Same thing with this podcast. He got the podcast because the media let him down. Shannon Sharp, uh, the other big nosed dude, Nick Wright, all these dudes in the media, ESPN, his teammates, ex-teammates, they couldn't make everyone a believer that he is a so-called GOAT. You're not. So he said, let me make a podcast with JJ Reddick and help my legacy. Fill it with lies. Explain why I lost. Explain why this happened. It's not my fault. Now I'ma explain the problem. You don't fool me, bro. But I feel bad for your son because he don't get to control his life how he wants. You do. Everyone's always talking about LeBron is a great father, a great role model. This is not a great father right here to me. This is not a great role model. You know, if I know my son want to be a boxer and I see he's still getting beat up by the sparring partner, I'm not letting my son go do a real match. You don't set your son up for failure. You set him up to win. This is embarrassing. Like, I don't know, but I hope Bronny really comes to be an NBA player. But as of right now, I don't see it, man. I see him as probably the last dude on the bench. Anything that he gets in the NBA is because his father. And that's what I feel bad for. At the end of the day, ain't nobody gonna look at you like you earned it, like you got here through hard work, bro, like them. And that's where you're gonna lose the respect of your peers. Your dad didn't have to go through that because didn't nobody make a way for him. He earned his NBA status and everything. I ain't talking about patent stats, but he got there off of his back, not because he had a father and someone pulled some strings. At the end of the day, I'm sorry, I gotta keep it real. I don't see it, man. This dude need to do about 2 to 3 years in college. What's wrong with that? We done seen a lot of great players come through the NBA that did 4, 3, 2 years. I think that's another problem with the NBA, that they do this one and done. Can't nobody tell me that Bronny James showed you anything in his collegiate career where he needs to be a one and done and go straight to the league. He can't help nobody in the NBA, no team in the NBA, except for be another person on the sideline clapping, giving somebody five, talking about you did that. But at the end of the day, it is what it is. I can't wait because everything that LeBron James does, it always comes back and backfires on him. And this is not going to be any different with his son. I know he thinks he's doing something great, but this ain't for Bronny. This is more for LeBron. This is for LeBron to be able to do what he wants to do. His son don't care if he play with his dad or not. He can play with you in the backyard. This is his time. But LeBron James don't understand that. He never did. So tell me what you think, man, about it. Me personally, I feel like this young man needs to sit back and go to college. Do not go to the NBA. Build your game. But it is what it is. We know what LeBron James gonna do. He gonna fatigue some. I mean, critique some. Not critique, but he gonna pull something out the woodworks. Let me know what you think, man, in the comments. Like, share, and subscribe. It's your boy Trey Knights. Facts over your favorite basketball player. Period. Point blank.